Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Before I present the material, let me introduce myself. My name is Jumriati. You can call me Jum. I am from English Education batch 20 and 22, class D, with student number H0122350. So in these occasions, I wanna present the material from course Perkembangan Peserta Didik from lecture Mem Nur Husnil Hatima SPD MPD. So here we go. Well, we are going to the first material about what is development. In general, development is the increase of more complex body structures and functions in gross motor skills, fine motor skill, speech and language, as well as socialization and independence. Development is the result of the interaction of the maturity of the central nervous system with neuromuscular, speech, emotional, and social skills. In individual development is a pattern of movement or change that dynamically starts from conception and continues throughout the life cycle of human being. Throughout the human life cycle that occurs as a result of maturation and experiences. According to Herlock, in development, there are two opposing processes that occur simultaneously during life, namely growth, which is called evolution, and decline, which is called involution. In development, there are three aspects that we have to know. The first one about biological, secondly cognitive, and socio-emotional. The first one, biological. Biological is changes in an individual's physical characteristic as they get older will lead to maturity. So, physical aspect related to body and brain growth, sensory capacity, motor skills, and health. Secondly, about cognitive. Cognitive is changes in individuals' thinking, intelligence, and language. The cognitive aspect related studies attentions, memory, problem solving, reasoning, and depth of moral reasoning, creativity, and also language. The last is socio-emotional. Socio-emotional is changes in an individual's relationship with others, as well as changes in emotions and personality that accompany them. In psychosocial aspect includes emotional development, personality, and social relationship. The first step is the prenatal period lasts 280 days or approximately 40. The week is calculated from after the first day of the last menstruations. Harlech said that lay people count pregnancies as long as 9 calendar months. Contrary to today, scientists use the month which is 28 days long lunar as a benchmark. This coincides with the period woman's menstrual cycle. The prenatal period lasts 10 lunar months into three parts, namely, the first is the zygote period, lasting from fertilization until the end of the second week. Secondly, the embryonic period lasts late the second week to the end of the second month, and the third is the fetal period, lasts from the end second month until birth. Second step is this period starts from birth and ends when the baby approaches 2 weeks and is the shortest period of the development period. This period is the time when the fetus must adjust to life outside the mother's womb, where he has lived for approximately 9 months. Neonatal adjustment can be viewed from two criteria, namely medical criteria and the baby adjustment ends at the time of the cord. The navel is separated from the navel. And secondly, psychological criteria, and when the baby becomes fit again after losing weight after birth. And the third is psychological criteria, when baby begins to show sign progress and behavioral development. The third step is early childhood growth doesn't occur as rapidly as in childhood babies. In the first year, the baby grows rapidly. In the second year, growth began to slow down, and in the third year, growth is increasingly slowing down. The fourth step is late childhood, is often referred to as school age or elementary school period. This period is experienced by children from the age of 9 years until they enter puberty and early adolescence, which range from 11 until 13 years of age. At the time, children are mature and ready to go to school base. During this period, children will experience physical development, cognitive development, speech development, moral development, interest in reading, and many new adolescence. Adolescence is a phase in the development range. Human being that stretch from when the child is still in the womb until that word. Another term to indicate the meaning of adolescence is puberty. Adolescence, in terms of the human lifespan, is a period transition from childhood to adulthood. Number 6 and 7. According to some experts in developmental psychology, adulthood is divided into three, namely early adulthood around 80 until 40 years, middle adulthood around 41 until 60 years, and late adulthood, which is called old age, in the age range above 60 years. In early adulthood, during the reproductive age period, satisfaction is generally received if, since adolescence, the organs are well maintained. Likewise, age stabilizations, since adolescents must be prepared various abilities, attitudes, and required skills. Since adolescents prepare yourself for face various possibility of problems arising related to marriage, position, and finances. Towards the end of middle adulthood, they experience various learning experiences, adapting oneself so that one can finally accept the changes circumstances. The term "at home" means they can accept it in the situation is by freely filling the free time they feel happy. The eighth step is old age. Aging is a natural, inevitable process. All creatures' life in the world has a life cycle that begins with the birth process, then grow into adults and reproduce, then become getting older and eventually dying. The process of getting old is caused by biological factors, which consists of three phases, namely the progressive phase, stable phase, and regressive phase. Next, expert theories. Psychodynamics theory by Sigmund Freud. This theory views the importance of environment influences, especially the environment received by individuals at the beginning of their developmental. The initial environment is the foundation that becomes the foothold strong in the following years. Socio-affective components as determination of dynamics individual development. There are three aspects that Sigmund Freud had to say. The first one, it exists from birth and consists of basic instincts and drives that seek satisfaction straight away, regardless of the consequences. Secondly, ego. Ego consists of mental processes, reasoning power, and healthy thoughts, which try to have it find expression without experiencing problems. And the last, superego. Superego is represents the social values incorporated in the personality structure of the person individuals. The second theory from Erik Erikson, which is a psychosocial theory. In general, this stage of psychosocial development emphasizes change development throughout the human life cycle. Each stage consists of last characteristics that confront the individual with a problem or crisis, otherwise can go overwhelmed. The more the individual is able to overcome the crisis, the more development will be healthier. From all the material, I can conclude that every individual must go through a long process from birth to old age. There are many things that happens in life. When we are small, we are taught basic things until we continue to grow and develop and know what is right and wrong. Apart from this being supported by accepted theories, everything also cannot escape the path of God who regulates all scenarios on earth. Well, that's all the material from me. Thanks for watching, thanks for your attention, and the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.